Hey guys, so today we're checking out the Borla S-Type catback exhaust system with the single side exit and the black chrome tip, fitting all 2016 and newer 3.5 liter Toyota Tacomas. So if you're looking for an upgrade to the factory exhaust system in the sound as well as style department with a premium catback system, this option by Borla is going to be a great choice to take a look at. Now, as you guys just heard from the exhaust clip, this is going to do a really good job at opening up the exhaust and creating a lot of airflow, getting rid of a lot of that restriction, creating a more aggressive tone and sound out of that 3.5 liter. Now, as far as loudness goes, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 on the loudness meter, with 1 being completely stock and 5 being incredibly loud. Now, you are going to gain some volume, but you really are going to have a more aggressive tone with the S-Type muffler that you're getting with this system, which is going to be perfect for you guys out there who are not looking for something that's really raspy, not looking for something that's going to give you a whole ton of volume, but you still want to hear the exhaust system when you get on the gas pedal. Now, speaking of being inside that cab area, you're not going to get any drone at all, and that's something that I really like out of this system. It is going to be very quiet while you're cruising, which is perfect for somebody who's doing a lot of daily driving, but you still will be able to hear that exhaust system once you step on that gas pedal. Now, not only are you getting some sound benefits out of this, but you also are getting some performance benefits. Again, it's going to open up a lot of restriction, getting rid of that restrictive factory muffler and factory exhaust system, which is going to boost your horsepower and torque a little bit, but it's also going to add some extra styling to the side of your truck with this nice black chrome tip. Now, in addition to that black chrome tip, that's going to give you a very sleek look. This is also going to be great for you guys out there that are a fan of the single side exit and a fan of the factory exhaust setup, but are just looking for a bit of an upgrade. And with all of those benefits that I just listed, this is also going to be made of a premium 304 stainless steel material, so you can ensure that this is going to hold up for a very long time. With all that being said, this is going to come in at roughly $650, and I personally think that that is set at a really good price point, especially for the quality and the sound that you're getting out of this system. Now, again, like I mentioned, this is going to be made of a top quality 304 stainless steel. You are getting a very stylish and sleek single side exit with that black chrome tip, and again, it's going to last a very long time and give you that performance and that sound that you may be looking for. Now, in comparison to some other options on the page, you may just be looking at different styles as well as options with different materials. So you may be looking at choices that have a dual side exit or a turn down style in comparison to something that is set up more or less like the factory that you see here, or you're going to get a different material. Now, again, this is going to be made of that high quality 304, but if you are looking for something more cost effective than this, it may be more of a 409 stainless steel or an aluminized steel, which is a little bit lower quality. Now, again, in my opinion, I think if you're looking for a high quality exhaust system, you're looking for that premium sound and that premium look, then this option by Borla is going to be right up your alley. So install is going to be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It is a pretty easy 2 out of 3. You are going to need a couple of basic hand tools and probably an hour to 2 hours worth of your time to get the job done. So speaking of that install, let's jump into that now. The tools that I used for my install were an exhaust hanger removal tool, a can of PB blaster, 14mm swivel socket, a 15mm deep socket, and an impact wrench. So our first step is to start up at our catback flange here. There's going to be 2 bolts holding our catback piping together. What I'm going to do is remove those with a 14mm swivel socket. I've also put a little bit of PB blaster on there just to help them because the bolts heat up and cool down and they may be a little bit rusty. Now make sure to save these and put these aside. We will be using them later. So what we can do next is start disconnecting our exhaust from our hangers. I'm going to start in the back, and I also have a pole jack sitting underneath our muffler just to give us a little bit of support. But I'm going to take our exhaust hanger removal tool and remove that hanger. We'll also put a little bit of PB blaster on there just to help it. So this is going to be the last hanger, so make sure that you have a hand on your exhaust because it will be fully disconnected at this point. So we can move up to the muffler, support our exhaust, and we can actually lower it down on that pull jack. So we can wiggle this out of the way and wiggle our exhaust out. So before we hop into the rest of our install, I did want to stop down and tell you guys a little bit more about this Borla exhaust system and how it compares to the factory and what benefits that you're going to receive out of this new Borla system. So right off the bat, you can probably tell that this is going to be a big upgrade in styling. It's also going to be a big upgrade in materials and of course performance and sound. Now starting with the overall build, this is going to have the same style or same setup as your factory system. This is going to have a muffler as well as a single side exit. However, it's going to be a lot more stylish than our factory system. Now this new Borla system is going to have a black chrome tip as to where our factory one is just a standard chrome tip. So you are getting a lot more of a sleeker look out of the new Borla system. Not to mention, it's going to be, again, a big upgrade in materials. Our factory system is made of a steel material, and that does not hold up well to weathering. And as you can tell, it is pretty rusty, especially up at the flange there. Now, this new Borla system is made of a complete 304 stainless steel, so it is going to hold up very well to weathering while it is mounted underneath your truck and hold up for a very long time. Now this is also going to have a mandrel bent tubing from the flange all the way down to the tip, so you can ensure that this is going to have a good exhaust flow and a smooth flow, which is going to benefit your performance as well as that sound. So as you can tell on our factory system, we have a large muffler in the middle here. Now that is going to be a big, baffled, and very restrictive muffler. Now it's going to down tune the performance and of course down tune and muffle that sound. Now with the Borla exhaust system, this is going to come with their S-Type muffler. Now this is going to have multi-core and a straight through flow technology from Borla, so you can ensure that this is going to free up a lot of that restriction and it's going to create a better sound as well as better performance because of that better airflow. So overall, you are getting a very high quality system when moving from the factory exhaust system over to this new Borla option. What I do really admire about this system is the fact that there is attention in the details. You can tell that this has very clean welds and it's going to have factory style hangers and come with everything you need in order to install this. So enough about these two systems side by side. Let's go install our new Borla one. So what we can do first is take our first piece of piping that's up at our flange and mount that up loosely to the flange so we can get everything else installed. I'm going to be using the factory bolts. Just loosely installing those just to hold it in place, but we still want a little bit of wiggle room so I can get everything else on. We can grab our muffler. Before we go ahead and mount up our muffler, we want to make sure that we have one of our clamps on the piping. Then we can grab our muffler and wiggle it into the hangers. All right, it might be helpful to again have a pull jack ready, just to support the muffler. So what I'm going to do is give hanger a little bit of PB Blaster just to help it go through. You can also use white lithium grease, that works well too. Wiggle that hanger through, make sure that the muffler is seated correctly. So once the front hanger is in, we can work on the back ones. Again, giving it a little touch of PB Blaster or any grease. All right, you want to make sure that this isolator is sitting right behind this nub here. All right, so now that that's on, we can grab our tailpipe and install that. So making sure that we have our hanger on our pipe here, we can grab our tailpipe. Put that over our muffler there, slide it back, and wiggle this hanger into the isolator. All right. Okay, so now that everything's connected, what we can do is go back and tighten everything up and make sure everything is sitting in the correct spot. What we can do now, again, is tighten everything down. I'm going to start with the flange bolts using that same 14mm swivel socket that we used to take these out. Now we can move back to our first clamp. I'm going to use a 15mm socket for this. I'm going to use a deep socket, and I also have the pull jack here to support the exhaust up into place, make sure that it's sitting correctly. Want to make sure that it's over this cut right here. So once this first clamp is tightened down, we can head back to the second clamp. Right. After both clamps are tightened down and the exhaust is sitting where you want, you can remove your pull jack or your support system, and you're all set to go. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe, and for more videos and products like this, always keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.